And let's let Tom speak. And Tom Munns!
My name is Tom Munns. I'm running for State Representative District 11 CCP. My wife is here, Tracy. My youngest son Zach is my campaign manager and my cameraman. My oldest son's 23. We became first-time grandparents. We had a 9/11 baby last year. My first speech I said month, that was wrong. And then I have another son that's he's just going into high school in Middleton. I never really had any intentions on standing before a crowd this large. I'm not much for public speaking. I'm just a guy that's concerned about his country. I'm concerned about the legacy that my kids are going to get. I'm worried about our immediate future as well, for all of us and all of you that have kids. I don't know how much I have to offer. I've been suggested, I've done the debate thing with everybody that I can find. I get 150 emails a day. I debate all my liberal friends. I've actually made some headway. I'll let you guys know. It's been great. You know, it's been a heck of a, it's like you wake up from a bad dream. You wake up one day and, you just can't believe what happened, what's been going on. And so I can really get that. So anyway, my wife and I, we've had the opportunity of really having a rough time making ends meet, and we worked for employers, before. We've had our opportunity to have our own businesses. She actually has a clothes shop that she runs in Caldwell. And so we kind of understand how the whole business thing works. We understand how hard it is and what a blessing it is to be able to eat and pay your electric bill in the same month, especially now. The one thing that I can offer people, I'm never going to claim to stand before you and know everything. I'm just not going to do it. My job, as I understand it, would be a representative. And what I'd be doing is representing the people of my district. I can do things with your help. When you're going to ask me, what am I going to offer you? If I'm offer you, what do you want me to do? I mean, I want to be able to listen for a change. I've been to town hall meetings. I know the frustration. I feel it. When all a politician wants to do is talk, and you're chomping at the bit trying to get a word in, and all of a sudden he says he's got to go somewhere else. How does that make you feel? I mean, I don't know about you guys, I call it righteous indignance because it's a nice way to say it. But I want to try to offer a new kind of politics. I want to be somebody with to reintroduce words like honor, integrity, common sense, passion. I've got fire shooting out of my eyeballs and I've got smoke shooting out of my ears. If you want somebody like that, and you want somebody with that kind of passion, I'm your guy. You know what? The federal government has drawn a line, and I'm seeing legislators step back. Because I can about anybody else here, I'm going to put my toe right up to the sucker and I won't move. So, if you want that kind of fire, you want that kind of passion, I'm pro-life. I'm a pro-life. Let's see, how did I work this out, Trace? I'm a Christian, pro-life, original intent, constitutional conservative. I love my country. I love my state. I love my community. I love my district. I love my family. And as God is my witness, if there was a way, the one thing I'm worried about, I got to say this, the one thing that I'm concerned about, some people voted for Obama, and now we realize, oh my God, we made a huge mistake. Some people aren't there yet, but hopefully they'll get there. The problem is now we have to wait for him to leave, and we're stuck. And the one thing the one thing that I wanted to be able to offer, and I've talked to some of my friends, about this, and I thought, you know what? Because I don't know all the answers, I don't want to ever be to a point where I'm going to misrepresent my people. If there was a way that I could be able to create a committee, and to be able to hold me accountable in the event that I don't represent the people the way they're supposed to, I would like to be able to say, you know what? If you guys really believe that I can't do this job, I'll walk out in 72 hours. I mean, that's just one of those things. I want to be able to show full transparency. I want to show that I'm not a guy who's going to BS. I just don't, I can't tolerate it. And so that's kind of what I'm all about, and I don't like to talk too much, so if you have any questions, please feel free.
Any questions?
My name is Wayne Kidd. I know Tom. I know him to be a gentleman. I know Tom's. As you said before, I'm the ruler of my roost. Okay. This is my first time with this group, and I see that the goal, as far as I see it, is to improve on what we already have. We haven't got much at this point, but there's a lot of room for improvement. I think Tom maybe is the kind of guy that can help us. Let me ask you a question, Tom. Where do you come from? What is your background as far as who's Tom Mons?
Well, you know, I was thinking about that when I was sitting behind the camera. Everybody has a pretty decorated history. 20 years of this, 30 years of that. You know, I've got an associate's degree in electronics. I got in '91. I was actually raised as one of the spoiled children, which I'm almost embarrassed to say because of the ignorance that comes along with that. You know, the lack of learning how to work, the lack of, you don't really have the integrity. People that are raised that way that I know really don't have integrity. I mean, all my friends were the same way, gold spoon in their mouth. You know, didn't want to have to work for anything. And so, you know, I'm really one that, in a way, I'm kind of an early product of some of the things that we're seeing right now. And I was fortunate enough with Almighty God's grace and help to be able to open my eyes and to be able to see things the way that I need to and appreciate what it is to be able to work hard. And a lot of that was actually moving to Idaho. I came here 20 years ago from Hawaii, one of the most democratic states in the union. Yeah, I love that in Idaho. But I'm a high school graduate. I got an associate's degree. If something like I'm actually thinking about taking some law classes because I feel like it's kind of important, but I'm a little concerned because of the arbitrariness that law is starting to have on society. So I'm really frustrated with how I'm going to be able to do that and try to maintain a right boundary and a wrong boundary when the law kind of shifts according to who you are. So that's kind of where I'm going to go, and I'm just going to kind of light fires on wherever I go and see if I can just kind of blaze a trail and just try to be able to make a difference. I don't know, I don't know what else I can tell you.
Tom, would you sponsor personhood at fertilization?
In a red hot second.
Thank you.
Bill?
My name is Bill Hurst. Only get scolded once. What do you think the biggest issue that faces Camden County and surrounding counties right at this time?
That's a good question. You know, a lot of people have said, Tom, you're focusing a lot on national issues. I said, yeah, it is. That's where my wake-up call came from. I actually have a guy that came to visit a couple of years ago, and I got so excited about what he said to me, I actually had to fly him out here, 9 pastors. It was called the Shape the Nation Conference. I don't know if any of you have been. But that was a tremendous experience. He put the fire in me like, I don't know if God was working through him or whatever, but I'll tell you what, he gave me a wake-up call like I'd never had. So that's just, it's really, all I can tell you is from being that my concern came from issues to a national level. Right now, to me, all eyes are on the government. All eyes are on the federal government. I want to know if my legislators are going to be able to stand up and say, well, here's a classic example, okay? I don't want to offend anybody here, but since I call a spade, here it goes. I want to know if anybody can recite to me what the 10th Amendment is, or just give me kind of a basic idea. Can you tell me what, you guys know what it is, right? Okay, that's great. So, in knowing that, does it say anything that we have to sue the federal government?
14.
Well, here's the problem. Is that what it is? It says that we have to sue the federal government?
The 14th Amendment says that the federal government can tell you how to interpret the first 10. That's how it's been interpreted. That's not what
Well,
I.
you know, interpret is kind of a funny word. It kind of goes back to that whole arbitrary law thing. I would really like to be able to say, you know, a lot of the liberals, because I like to talk to them at the tea parties too, because it's kind of fun to kind of understand where they're coming from. But the thing that concerns me is, you know, the Democrats they're right about one thing, I think if I understand this correctly, and that is that they don't want the taxpayer dollars to be able to go towards a lawsuit against the health bill. Well, they obviously want the health bill, and we obviously don't. But we're all sitting here complaining about taxes, and I want to know why we can't just stand up and say, you know what, sue us, and we'll wait to see what you have to say. Am I nuts? Let me ask you a question. Am I nuts?
No.
Well, I mean, he's asking me what the biggest issue was with King County, right? I mean, I want to make sure, because sometimes I can just kind of take off in the wrong direction. But no, to answer your question, you know what? That's what I see. I see the federal government's involved in everything. In agriculture, where they tell you how much water you can use, you know how much electric you can use, your gas requirements, your you get taxed on everything. We're getting taxed to death. And to me, I see that those issues are the biggest issues. You know, somebody said, you need to pick 3 bullet points. I said, well, it's easier for me to pick 33 than it is to pick 3. Because we can go and we can talk about immigration, we can talk about school. If you guys all want to know about school, I can tell you about school. I've been fighting an issue for 2 years. Anyway, so there's a multitude of issues. And to me, we're being invaded in such a way where all of the vital elements are together for a complete destruction of our moral and just society. And I want to know, I'm not being adequately represented. And I thought, you know what? What the hell? I'm jumping in.
Last question.
Mary Bruin, Canyon County, and as a Canyon Countyite, I think the most important thing you can do for me is to stand between me and the federal government. Everybody, the elephant in the room, pun intended, is the Arizona legislation. 8 more states have started similar legislation. Only one of those states is a border state. What are the chances that Idaho will preempt the federal government and